and welcome here to Kennedy Gym at Manhattanville College for Game 2 of a doubleheader here in Day 1 of the 5th annual AJ Buchanan Classic. As we will have the William Paterson Pioneers take on the Manhattanville Valiants here. Both teams 1-0, Eli, looking to go to 2-0 on the year. And this is an ideally great matchup history-wise. William Paterson 5 for 6 in their career against Manhattanville. Manhattanville 6 for 5 in 11 games total. Last year, William Paterson had the best of Manhattanville, but today they face on as Manhattanville hopes to carry on what was a decent start in the first game of the year. So let's talk a little bit. First off about the Pioneers. Richie Espinal, the team captain for William Patterson, put up 25 points last game. He's obviously one of the biggest threats and definitely a dual threat as a player. What do you think as a player, how he's going to perform today?
Well, he's a senior too. I apologize to anyone listening. That's probably really loud, but it's actually kind of hard to hear ourselves right now over the music. But he's a senior, Tim, and so what that means is not only is he going to bring the skills, he's going to bring the leadership. And he's the captain, and he's going to be their go-to guy. So I think if William Paterson wants success, they're going to have to lean on him to find that success.
And not only that, I mean, you just look at this team as a total, Espinal put up 25 last game. Also, another guy I'm looking for big production for William Paterson is Dapo Badamos. He put up 13, but also his passing ability is noticeable. And also George Sapp. All these guys, by the way, seniors for the record. Sapp, more known for his passing ability, he put up 4 assists last game, along with 7 points. And now we look at the Manhattanville side, Eli. Obviously, Dom Arena going up and putting a career best game, putting up 20 points last game. Like I said, career best performance for him. How do you think Manhattanville is going to perform today? You have him, Tucci, JoJo. All of them are going to go out there and play great, and especially for the senior. I think that's going to shine today. Timmy Quinlan, I think he's going to show up a little bit today with a big game.
Yeah, I think Manhattanville, obviously Alex Tucci had a great outing. Struggled offensively in the first half, but did it defensively consistently. And then his offensive game obviously came in to find his niche second half, but also obviously JoJo Cobb, the confidence we talked about, the difference between this year versus his freshman campaign. And yeah, I mean, those are definitely, and Sean Smith, that was the third guy.
That's another
the
guy.
Freshman, what energy that guy brought to the floor. It was contagious, and everyone was learning around him.
And what about Sean Smith? That's exactly what I was just about to bring up. How many minutes do you think Sean's going to see today? He put up 10 points last game off the bench, and he was playing with energy. It was like he was almost a junior or a senior that had full experience. In his first game, both him and Mike Grondin did not let their guard down at all.
And Mike Grondin is also a feisty freshman, but different from Smith. And Mike Grondin is 5'8", 150. So this guy's doing it. Talk about heart. I mean, this guy's in a starting lineup in a Division III school at 5'8", 150. So.
But I'm also eager to see, too, like you mentioned, Sean Smith. He went 8 from 8 from the line last week, and also just the energy he showed. I really hope we can go today and see more playing time and more energy. This guy is just really special. I mean, you could see it with the way he plays and his attitude on the court. He's a big team player, really good guy. I think he has a great future here for the next 3 years and going on. And here's a freshman. He's already made a big impact for the team.
So you got Sean Smith, freshman. Mike Grondin, freshman. JoJo, sophomore. You got
JoJo did great last year, too, as a freshman. That's one thing I have to say.
This is a young nucleus here.
And absolutely, and this is a great future for the Valiants. Looking at the team they have, they're going to lose 3 big seniors this year in Arena and obviously Tucci, who, by the way, looking at last game, underrated, Tucci put up a double-double. He started off last game, with a little bit of a struggle offensively, but managed to go and put up 18 points along with 16 rebounds for his double-double.
And obviously his defensive presence was something to be noted of, as I said before. Doing it on every asset of defense, whether it's blocking shots, protecting the rim, defensive rebounds. He was all over the place. So Manhattanville's going to need to, ride in Tucci's footsteps again. He's the go-to guy. Their leading scorer last year, 17 points a game, so.
Also noticeable last game, Timmy Quinlan led the team in assists. Not less known for his deep shooting ability, but also his passing ability as a big guy. I'm really excited to see what he's able to do. Another person, Brian Haggerty, his role off the bench was very solid last week, coming in with 8 rebounds. I mean, he also only put up 1 shot, but I think, Haggerty's going to be a big role when it comes to defensive play here in this game today.
Yeah, I agree. As we're almost ready, we're going to take a quick break here as we have player intros and national anthem coming up. Stay with us, though, on GoValiants.tv. William Paterson, Manhattanville, winner to take on Western Connecticut State.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, for opening tip-off here for Game 2 of the AJ Buchanan Classic. Starting 5 from Manhattanville will be Dom Arena, Mike Granda, Alex Tucci, JoJo Cobbs, and Timmy Quinlan. For William Paterson, you have Dapo Benamos, George Sapp, St. Simeon Bublin, Sean Smith, and Richie Espanol, as William Paterson will win the opening tip. George Sapp will kick it over to Dapo Benamos, who gets it down low, and a rebound by JoJo Cobbs. So Dom Arena will take up the ball here with 19:40 remaining here in the first half. So there we go. Rhonda will kick to Timmy Quinlan. Quinlan will now give it to Arena up top. JoJo looks driving, he'll kick it down low. Tucci driving in, hits Quinlan for 3, and it's off. Rebounded by Richie Espanol, the team captain for William Paterson. And Quinlan deflects it, but it'll be recovered by George Sapp. So now Dapo Benamos has control of the ball here as he kicks it inside the paint. The put up and make by St. Simeon Bublin. Bobrun with his first bucket of the game, and a 3 by JoJo Cobbs is off.
We got a lot of complicated names to pronounce today.
Oh, yeah.
Huh? This is going to be a tough one.
Rebound, I should say, drive by Benamos, and it's good.
I'll tell you, that was a good job of Tucci to go straight up and avoid the foul, but that was just better offense.
So William Paterson up 4-0 as JoJo gets a drop and gets a pass inside the paint. 4-2, the Pioneers lead over the Valiants, but Cobbs puts up the first points for Manhattanville. So Dapple Padamos now looking, or I should say, I'm sorry, George Sapp with the ball, gives it to Sean Smith for 3, but it's off the mark. But William Patterson rebounds it as Richie Espanol looks to drive, but he'll kick it back out. Padamos now, he drives, he puts up a shot at the free throw line, and he drains it. A great shot there and a great move by Padamos.
The Canadian out of Toronto, Canada.
And a pass to Quinlan down low. He didn't go and get it, but it's going to stay with the Valiants. 6-2 game here as they'll get it from under the basket. Arena will inbound for the Valiants here. As a pass out is not yet. Now they'll pass it to Quinlan. Quinlan will take it and he'll give it to Granda, but there's going to be a foul on the ground. So with 17:45 remaining, not quite sure who the foul was on there, but JoJo Cobbs will inbound it up top. He passes it in to Tucci. Tucci puts it up and he makes it. Tucci with a great post and put up. 6-4 Manhattanville trails. So Sapp up top, he will kick it over to Sean Smith, who now gives it off to Dapple Damos. Puts up the shot, but there's going to be a travel on the play. Moved his feet too much.
And Granda got lucky there because he did leave his feet. And Badmos was open, but I guess he shuffled the feet a little bit too much. Turnover.
Quinlan will inbound to Arena, who then will give it to Granda as Granda goes down the court. William Patterson showing full court pressure. That's something that Manhattanville was very used to last week, again, or I should say last game, against St. Joseph. So Granda will have the ball up top. He'll kick it to JoJo Cobbs. JoJo drives, but there's going to be a travel as he moved his feet before he dribbled. So another turnover for the Valiants. William Patterson will get it back here at about half court. Actually just behind half court on their own side. So Granda will come up. He'll show pressure. And actually now he'll fall back. So JoJo Cobbs will be put on Sapp. Sapp gets the screen. He rolls off, but nothing to do. Passes up to Badmos. So Badmos looking. He'll kick it over to Sapp. Sapp up top. JoJo putting his hands up in defense, and Quinlan will D up, and it's put up by Richie Espanol, but just short of the mark. Arena now taking up the court here, as he's been the lead ball handler for Manhattanville. Tucci passes it off to Granda. Granda back to Quinlan. Up top to Arena, where Arena will drive and kick out to JoJo Cobbs. Cobbs for 3, and he makes it! Valiants up 7-6 here, 16-14 remaining in the first half.
And Tim, Josiah Cobbs continues to impress this season. Another strong outing thus far.
Absolutely, Eli. He's done a great job. He looks almost as a 3 attempt by Sapp is off, but it's rebounded by Patterson. A shot put up by Espanol short and rebounded by Granda. Granda will have it now. He passes it to Arena. No, Arena puts it up and it's missed, but picked back up by Granda. Granda kicks over to Tucci for 3, but it's short and airballed. That's a little bit out of Tucci's range, but he took the open look anyways. As the ball's on the ground. And Quinlan fighting for it, but it'll get out of bounds as substitutes. Something very similar image that we saw for the Valiants early will happen. Brian Haggerty checks in. So will Chris Eisen, the senior out of Pelham, New York. So the Valiants lead 7-6 right now, as William Patterson will inbound the ball from about half court. Sapp will get it up top. JoJo Cobbs on him. As Sapp moves off the screen, Dapple Ramos will get a drive, but great defense by Eisen, and it's going to go the other way. An offensive screen foul on Richie Espanol, and the Valiants will have it. So the Valiants getting up now early. And again, another strong start from Manhattanville, Eli. They went off to a strong start the other day against St. Joe's. Can they keep it going? As Quinlan will get it. Kicks over to Haggerty. Haggerty gives it to Arena up top, and JoJo looks and drives, and another physical drive, but it's going the other way.
I think he stepped out of bounds.
No, this is going to be an offensive foul.
Offensive foul, all right.
This time on Quinlan. Actually, I'm sorry, it's on Haggerty. His first foul of the day, and with 14:58 remaining, William Paterson will get it now. So no subs yet for William Paterson, as Manhattanville, who did a lot of subbing in game one, continues to sub again, and I'm not surprised if you'll see more people off the bench. As a shot put up and drained, going to be a two-pointer though, as I believe that shot was taken by...
That was Sapp.
Yep. So JoJo Cobbs puts up a deep three, and it rolls off, and they're going to hit the shot clock, so it'll be out of bounds. I'll tell you a big difference is substitutions coming in. Sean Smith, the freshman, and also Corey Madden, the junior from Woodside, New York, will enter the game.
Tim, Manhattanville's taking a lot of outside shots, something they didn't do a lot of the other day.
Hardly any threes. I believe they only made 1 3 last game, so the fact that they can come out and shoot the three ball, guys, and we're good to go.
We're good, sorry. William Paterson, yeah, impressive start. They've come out aggressive, shooting, firing. 18-7 lead thus far.
So as far as Manhattanville, I know they're trailing 11 right now, but what's impressed you thus far early? I mean, I know there's a little bit of struggles, but for Manhattanville in this early going, what has really impressed you?
I think just being patient on offense, looking for the right shot. I mean, shots aren't falling, like that Haggerty shot didn't fall, but just continue to be aggressive.
Yeah, I have to say, fundamentally wise, they've played a lot better, Eli. I think there's a big difference from game one and game two. I mean, they've had two kind of mental mistakes with travels where they're trying to run before they even dribble. So, and we saw that with both Sean Smith and JoJo Cobbs. But I have to say, so far, the player that's really impressed me thus far, other than, Tucci, has been really JoJo Cobbs. JoJo's came out to play today. He's really shown on the court. I'm surprised they took him out early, but this was a similar strategy that Coach Pat Scantlin took last game as well, taking most of the starters in and out. So we come back from the timeout now, as Manhattanville will have it. Sean Smith is going to inbound for the Valiants. JoJo Cobbs, he'll get back on the court for the Valiants here, as we just talked about, as he'll take the inbound. In the backcourt with him also is Granda, as here we go now. 20 seconds remain on the shot clock as Manhattanville calls a play. Ison in the corner, he'll kick it out to Sean Smith. Granda putting up, and a drive, and a put up, but they're gonna call it, and it's gonna be, is it gonna be on the floor? It's gonna be an and one for Tucci. The ref hesitated for a second there. I wasn't sure if it was gonna be on the floor or an and one, but it is, and substitutions coming in for William Paterson. So 2 new players will enter in. It'll be Henry Voorhees, and I'm not quite sure of the second substitution yet. So they drive now as, the second substitution was Peter Martinez. So George Sapp up top. He's been the life of this offense thus far for William Paterson, as he looks to kick out.
Great defense by Cobbs.
He will get Espanol there for 3, and he drains it. I'll tell you, he struggled in the beginning, but as a team captain, his composure on the court and really leading the team is showing along with other senior George Sapp.
That was his first bucket of the game, and it was a 3.
Sean Smith driving, he kicks out to JoJo Cobbs. Cobbs looking, can't get anything, he hits the Tucci, and there's gonna be a travel. another case of moving your feet before even
But
dribbling.
Tim, I'll tell you, I do respect those calls, but I did not see a travel there.
No, I didn't
saw
see
a
that
good
either.
pump fake.
I saw a good pump fake, like you said, as well. And I also just saw really a move in the pivot foot. Didn't see him pick it up, so I'm kind of surprised here. But the Pioneers will have it with 10:30 remaining, up 21-9. More substitutions incoming for the Valiants. So Peter Martinez has it. He shoots for three, and he makes it. So the junior out of Stockton, California, makes it 24-9 for the Pioneers. And you can hear it on their bench. They're appreciating their effort thus far.
And great pressure defense by Martinez on Granda, pressuring him just after half court. So this is tough for Valiants here. They're being pressured high up.
And there we go. That's going to be a foul on the ground drawn by Tucci. I have to say that as substitutions actually coming back in, Dapo Bramos will re-enter the game, as well will Damarina, and Timmy Quinlan will also re-enter the game for the Valiants. But I have to say the Valiants have played almost too relaxed thus far, Eli. There's not really, Coach Pat Scanlon hasn't really gotten much excited except for one foul call, and it's almost like they're just too relaxed on the court right now. There's no source of excitement.
I think they're a little rattled too, and that could sometimes look like laziness.
Oh, Granda made a great move, but the height disadvantage there cost them as a great stuff there for the Pioneers. So with 12 seconds remaining on the shot clock, a substitution coming in for William Paterson.
But yeah, as I was saying, I think it sometimes looks like laziness when they're rattled, but they're just really rattled. We got a foul here? What is the call?
Sajamir Asani will be the substitution for William Paterson. As I don't know if it was no, it wasn't a foul call. I think it was deflection out of bounds. As William Paterson will inbound with 20 seconds. Oh, I'm sorry, Manhattanville will inbound it. I apologize. So Jojo Cobbs gets in the corner, and he looks and kicks it to Tucci. It's hard to see from that corner, and Tucci will draw a foul.
A travel on Arena. Travel on Arena. But this time I think he did move his feet before he put the ball on the floor. That one I'm not going to argue with, but they really are calling a tight game.
I have to say, from this angle, though, it's really hard to see in the corner for us, so we apologize if anything's wrong, because we have crowds over us. All right, so Peter Martinez will take it up top now as he passes to Badmos. Badmos re-enters the game as a starter. And I have to say, he's been one of the big parts in this production thus far for William Paterson. As Martinez drives, a wild shot is put up, but it's blocked and hit out of the way. So they'll get it back with 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock, but substitution coming in. A late substitution for that fact of the matter, as Richie Espanol will re-enter the game here with 9:10 remaining. As a shot put up by Espanol is off, but it's going to be a foul. And I think it's going to be a push-off by, is it Sean Smith, perhaps? Oh, it's not Sean. Okay, it's going to be off Henry Voris. So 9:06 remains here in the first half, and the Valiants are going to get it here. They need to score, Eli. They just need to score. It's a struggle to see them not score after such a hot start last game. So Granda takes it up. Quinlan just trying to get around the screen. He's not even setting. He's just, I don't necessarily know what was going on there, but Tucci will get it up top, and Tucci has the ball deflected, and it will stay with Manhattanville.
And as you pointed out before, Tim, Damarina, last game's leading scorer, has a big old 0. He's got 0 points. The only production has been from Tucci and Cobbs.
Up, and Tucci drives, puts up, and it's missed and rebounded by Voris. And it's driven down the court now as Martinez will have control of it. Martinez looks, he'll now kick to Badmos, who will
call a timeout.
Yep, call a timeout. So William Paterson calls a timeout with 8:33 remaining. They are dominating this game thus far as it's 24-9. William Paterson leads over the Manhattanville Valiants here at Manhattanville College.
Just to take a look at some numbers, Tim, that kind of catch my eye. First of all, field goal percentage. You look, William Paterson is shooting 61.5%. Manhattanville's shooting 37%, and they're stuck at just 9 points. So Manhattanville's really got to get something going offensively here. If they're going to trail by, I mean, they're already down 15. They're in danger of trailing by over 20.
The only players that really jumped on my mind offensively that have been somewhat productive has been Tucci and JoJo Cobbs. They need everyone. This is the thing that we talked about last game. Everyone needs to sit there and do their role. And if they're not doing their role, you're going to have results like this early on. So the ball is inbounded to Bodmos. Bodmos now kicks out to Sean Smith. Smith looking, heel kicking, and that's going to be stolen by Timmy Quinlan. Arena drives and he travels. He slipped on the ground. William Paterson will get it back, and I just think Arena did not expect that pressure there. I think he thought he was all alone, and when he saw the ball basically get cut off, he tried to fall back and make a fadeaway layup kind of. So Patterson has it. They'll drive, and it's missed and rebounded by JoJo Cobbs. JoJo Cobbs comes and down the court for three, as hobbling down the court a tiny bit is Bodmos. He was on the ground, and the coaches are going insane as they thought there was a travel on the call, but it wasn't called, and there's an offensive foul.
And I'll tell you, Tim, that's kind of sarcastic cheers because Manhattanville hasn't been getting any calls going their way. They finally get one. Hopefully this is the momentum turn here because this is not looking good for the Valiants.
That was a great job there by Timmy Quinlan setting his feet. When I talked about starters that need to make an impact coming in today, Quinlan was one of them. So substitutions for William Paterson now, as entering the game will be Malcolm McLeod, as the freshman makes his first minutes of the game.
There's a little bit of trash talking, Tim, going on between Peter Martinez and Quinlan. Jawing back and forth. We'll take a look at that. See if it escalates.
What a drive by JoJo there. That is one thing that's so special about this guy, Eli. He just comes out, and his ability to drive into the paint and come up with a type of shot, whether it's a layup or even a tiny jumper, has just been incredible. That's something that's been so special about JoJo and why he's a big key to this offense. As three ball is off for Sapp, but it's recovered by McLeod, and it's made. So William Paterson leads 26-11 as Arena comes up the court here. It's kicked into the corner. Back to Arena. Arena gets a screen from Quinlan. He goes, he drives, he puts up a pass, and for three, but it's off, but it's rebounded by Madden, but there's going to be a foul on the ground.
Tim, I have to agree. It is really hard to see. Who even attempted that three? I mean, we're totally restricted.
It was Corey Madden who attempted that three.
Okay.
And we'll go to the bonus here. So bonus already, that's one downfall for William Paterson as far as they're in foul trouble. 7 fouls thus far with 6:33 remaining compared to Manhattanville's 2. First attempt on the bonus, the 1-on-1 bonus for Madden is off, and that's going to be a foul on Corey Madden. Madden tried to get his own rebound back and fight for it, but he ended up tripping up the ball handler, and that's going to be a foul. So 6:30 remain, William Paterson dominating thus far. So the ball will be inbound to Sapp, who gives it back gives it back to Martinez. Martinez goes, he drives, he puts up, and he's stuffed by Tucci. Tucci getting another big block, showing why he's so good at defense.
And good D by Arena.
D by Arena, and there's a foul. That's going to be a reach by McLeod. Manhattanville showing signs of life now. Maybe it's because they're starting to get some calls going their way, but a great job. And substitution, Brian Haggerty will re-enter the game for Timmy Quinlan.
I mean, if they're going to come back offensively, they're going to need to get some stops defensively too, because you can't just score and expect the other team to score. you got to limit them first and then try to get back in the game. So great defensive energy.
So Dom Marino will go to the free throw line. He's an 80% shooter in his first game of the season as he makes his first one. So right now, 1-on-1 situation until we get 2 more fouls against William Paterson. Arena, though, looking to close this deficit as he makes both free throws.
Those are his first 2 points, Tim.
He scored 20 points last game and was the big offensive scorer. Today, only shut down to 2 to this point, but there's a lot of game remaining.
As defensive chance coming from the Valiants bench, Tim. 13-point game.
You can hear the defensive chants as they want them to continue to play better defense as a shot taken by Espinol is wide, and it's going to be rebounded. Arena drives, and how about the big turnaround? A lay-in by Arena, and it's an 11-point game. William Paterson will take a timeout here. 5:44 remain this half, and what a big turnaround for Manhattanville. The momentum's starting to go their way now.
And this is something you want to see. Arena is your veteran, your senior leadership, and now he's on the board, and he's making an impact, and that's something you want to see. Hopefully it's contagious, and those around him will follow his lead.
And I have to say, Eli, this game has totally changed from the point when Alex Tucci made that big block down low. This game has changed momentum absolutely since then. It was a great job by the coach, William Paterson, Brian Chapman to go take that timeout because perhaps maybe kill the momentum. But right now, Manhattanville's coming back firing here, trying to close this deficit. So the ball will be inbounded now to George Sapp. 5:40 remains here in the second quarter. Sapp kicks out to Wilbron. Wilbron sets a screen for Martinez. A drive and a put up by Espinol, but it's missed.
Espinol cannot find the touch so far, Tim.
I'll tell you, Richie's one of their best scoring shooters. Like I said, 25 points last game, but so far he had no answer but 1 bucket. As a kick out to JoJo Cops, he'll drive, he'll put it up, and he draws a foul on the play. Oh, it's going to be offensive on JoJo. Quinlan talking to the ref, didn't like it. I don't blame him. I mean, the feet were set, but it was like JoJo tried to avoid contact. They can't believe it.
And Coach Pat Scanlon for the Valiants, Tim, is just, he has no answers to, he's trying to get answers and he can't get any.
And you see, look, all of them, Quinlan and Dom Marino both arguing with the refs. They can't believe that call was even made. And I have to say, this is the same ref and crew from last game for the record, so there's not much difference as the ball's kicked out. 4-3, it is off. As I don't know why that was saved. The Valiants are going to get a break, though.
What is this, the Harlem Globetrotters? The behind the back was so not necessary. A good chest pass, and he's got an open 3. I mean, I don't
know why Dom tried to save that ball, though. That would have been Valiant's ball. That was just not such a smart move. But JoJo Cobbs will take up the ball here with 4:39 remaining. He kicks to Arena in the corner, who will drive. He'll turn, he'll kick it to JoJo Cobbs. He'll hit it down low to Tucci. In the corner, 4-3 by Quinlan, but it's rebounded by Tucci, and it's going to be stripped away and taken by Martinez. Martinez kicks it down to Richie. Richie puts it up, and he draws the and one. So Richie Espinol making a bucket after rebounding his own miss. He'll go for an and one attempt here.
So Espinol's struggling, Tim, but he's not giving up. And hopefully for him and for William Paterson, he can get the momentum back in their favor, but he's really struggled so far. Nice and one there, though.
And he missed the free throw. That's going to be rebounded by Haggerty. So interesting also move by Manhattanville here. They have 3 forwards out on the court between Quinlan, Tucci, and Haggerty. As Quinlan gets it, 3 for Tucci, and it's off the mark. But it's rebounded by Quinlan. Quinlan kicks it to Cobbs. So interesting, only going with 2 guards here for the situation. Usually Valiants go with 3 guards up top. As corner 3 by JoJo is drained. Not even contested, and JoJo Cobbs puts it up. I believe that's what, 5 or 7 points for JoJo.
7 points for Josiah.
7 points for JoJo Cobbs, which leads the team. So great defense now. A contested 3 off the top of the mark. It's going to be out of bounds as it hits the shot clock. Substitution here for Manhattanville. Sean Smith re-enters the game for Brian Haggerty. Also entering the game for William Paterson will be Sajamir Asani, as it seems to be similar substitutions. No new guys coming out in the court. So Dom Arena will take up the ball here as he crosses half court. Screened by Sean Smith. Arena rolls off, and there's going to be no shot on the play. We're going to have a 1-and-1. Actually, it's going to be... Okay, but not a double bonus situation, as that's a 9th foul, but Arena will go to the line. Substitution here also for William Paterson, as Napo Bamos will re-enter the game.
As well as Herschel Williams.
Oh, Herschel Williams, okay. And the free throw made by Arena.
And Tim, I'll tell you how quiet it gets in here when Manhattanville's shooting free throws. It's almost like we have to whisper. I mean, listen to this. This is...
It's insane. The second attempt is made. So Dom Arena, 80% last game. Didn't miss a single free throw yet today. While his offensive production down low has been a little bit of a struggle in his shots. But his free throws have been excellent when he gets to the line. So Martinez will have control of it. He kicks it over, and it goes to Bamos. Bamos drives with the left hand. He puts it up, and it's missed, but rebounded by Tucci. Great rip by Tucci. Looks down at Sean Smith. The freshman will get control of it, who has to save the ball because of a hard pass. I have to tell you, the idea was made, but it was a bad pass by Tucci. And it's going to be a turnover for the Valiants. They had a fast break there. You had to take advantage of that, and they messed that up.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity. Just a good bounce pass would have been fine. Tucci elected to go to the outlet pass. It cost them.
So here we go now. Martinez has control. He drives, puts it up.
That's a
There's
travel.
going to be a
Come
travel.
on. All right.
So this 8-point game continues to get closer. The Valiants down by 17 at one point as George Sapp, a big scorer producer, will re-enter for William Paterson for Peter Martinez. So Dom Arena will have control of the ball. He takes it up. Timmy Quinlan sets a screen, and then he'll roll off. JoJo Cobbs will get it now up top as he gives it, just hands it back off to Arena as they set up a play. Quinlan will get it up top of the key.
This is what they wanted to do, get it to
Tucci
Tucci in the post.
One-on-one, and he makes it in the post.
There it is. They've been wanting that all game, but they've been fronting it.
And another
Great job.
timeout by William Paterson. Yes, it is timeout. Oh, wait, no. What is it?
No, just a clock.
Clock issue, okay.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I was very confused there. Okay, so 1:59 remain here in the first half. 28-22. The Valiants trail, but they're fighting back. They were down by 16 at one point, and a steal by Timmy Quinlan. Quinlan drives, and the put-up is made. The Valiants trail by 4 as a new sign of life for Manhattanville. What a steal by Timmy Quinlan, Eli. I tell you, he was my big factor coming into today. Really said he needed to perform, and Timmy Quinlan has performed thus far for the Valiants.
The senior has come through.
As Tucci plays great defense, but there's going to be a foul on the play by Dom Arena. So Sean Smith will go to the line for 2 here. Well, actually, they're going to say the foul's on JoJo Cobbs.
There's 2 fouls on Cobbs now.
So they'll go to the line for 2 here for Sean Smith. And it's off.
As you hear the heckling Tim in the background.
I'll tell you, these Manhattanville fans are very all for their team. They'll do anything to get in the heads of the defense as he misses the second free throw attempt. So the Valiants have momentum all in their hands as they continue this run, only trailing 4 as Arena has control up top. He'll kick it to JoJo. Arena now back up top as he continues to drive, and he puts up a shot, but it's air ball. Rebounded by Sean Smith. Sean Smith will now give it to Sapp, who will drive down the court. Sapp will go to Richie Espinal, who drives, and it's stolen. Damarina with the steal, drives down, puts it up, and lays it in. Manhattanville trails by 2:45 remaining.
Tim, that was a beautiful move. He kept the defender on his shoulder, fought him off, and then figured, you know what, I got a lane to the basket. Let me take this. That was
an
well done.
Beautiful execution there by Damarina. He's
2-point game.
He's come to life now. So JoJo Cobbs plays defense. A great physical move, but they couldn't get it as great defense by Tucci. Up to Sean Smith, the Hail Mary. Up and good in the end one. Sean Smith, the freshman, draws the foul. And this game is tied with 22 seconds remaining in the first
And we're looking
half.
for the lead. Possible three-point play, old school style.
What a job by the freshman,
This is our guy.
Sean Smith.
This is our guy. We've talked about it.
And he goes to the free throw line in 100% from the free throw line last game. As also Chris Eisen will substitute in for JoJo Cobbs here to end the first half.
Sean Smith, experience of a freshman, heart of a senior.
Sean Smith. Here we go as he gets absolutely quiet in here. The free throw, and he makes it, so he's 9 of 9 to start the year from the line. Sean Smith gives the Valiants their first lead of the game, Eli.
That's how you come back. Unbelievable.
They were
15
down
seconds
by
to go in the
17.
half.
So up top, they'll kick it to Mignon. As Mignon gets it, he turns, kicks. Put up for the buzzer beater is off, and it's rebounded by the Valiants.
Who else but Smith?
And Smith with
Who
the
else?
rebound to end the first half. So Manhattanville fights back here in the first half as they are up 29-28 as we go into the second half. What a beautiful first half, Eli.
Unbelievable.
It was like Manhattanville was out of it, and all of a sudden new life came, and now they're in the lead. And how about, I have to say this, Eli, how about the performance of Tucci and again, Damarina? Damarina just came to life here in the second part of the first
Slow
half.
start for Arena, but he picked it up, showed what a senior's supposed to do.
And
what do? They followed his lead. That's how it's done.
And another thing, too, and I'm not going to discredit, how about the defensive play by Timmy Quinlan? Timmy Quinlan's come out and shown great defensive ability, especially with that big steal and drive. You know, he's shown great rebounding. He's also been really good at passing. He leads the team coming into the game, even though it was only 2 assists, but he leads the team with assists.
And that steal was a great mental play because he read that play. He knew he was going to swing it from up top to the wing. He read it, and he jumped in front. That was IQ at its finest.
And last point, how about Sean Smith? This kid's heart has been nothing but incredible. He's come out, and he's shown that he's here to play. And this is his second game of his career here.
Great. I mean, he's definitely earning. He's turning heads. I mean, if he's not in the starting lineup, if he is in the starting lineup come mid-season, I would not be surprised. This guy is really impressive. And Manhattanville has a lot to be excited for in the future.
He's a great guard. And I'll tell you, both him and Mike Granda, Granda showed up. Granda hasn't really scored much today, but don't let that fool you. His ball handling ability and his passing ability has been really great today, as he's really done a great job setting the Valiants and JoJo Cobbs. You cannot discredit JoJo Cobbs in his driving today. His driving ability has been excellent. 7 points, what is it for Cobbs?
And Cobbs is actually taking a little longer. He's walking back to the locker room now. Appears he had some sort of knee injury.
Yeah, they were icing
good
him up
half
there
for
in his
Cobbs.
knee.
So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with second half coverage in a bit. We'll preview the second half, I should say, in a bit. Thanks for tuning in to GoValiants.tv.
Testing, testing,
Hello?
testing.
Hello?
Okay, we're good.
What's up? And I don't know. I don't want to do this.
Welcome back to Kennedy Gym. I'm Eli Zaretsky along with Tim Moore. Valiants lead the William Paterson Pioneers 29-28. Tim, what a crazy first half. The Valiants were down double digits, not just double digits, they were almost down 20. They come roaring back and now lead by 1.
Yeah, I'll tell you, this offense, Eli, has been nothing short of just insane. Ever since he started making these changes, Eli, it's been absolutely incredible because I've just seen, like, the offense just totally change hands. Like, it was like they were clueless at the start, but now everything's starting to change. And how about the offensive leader for them, JoJo Cobbs, 10 points. He's playing incredible offense. Is there anything else this kid could do better?
I mean, he's doing it all. This is what we talked about on numerous occasions. The talent was there, but last year as a freshman, and when we'd see him play, we'd question his aggressiveness, his willingness to really want it. But he's proved it here. I mean, he and Dom Marina have been the go-to scorers. Forget Alex Tucci, it's been them two.
And how about Dom? I mean, Dom puts up 8 points again, or I should say after a late little start. But how about Dom's passing ability? 4 assists thus far today. That's been a great job for Dom. And another person, too, that sticks out in my mind from the starting list is Timmy Quinlan. I know Quinlan only has put up 2 points, Eli, but it's been his defensive ability that's been really able to help them. He does have 1 assist, and I know the rebounds and the blocks and all that stuff don't show, but he's been in every single play, And it seems like he's been a big factor, even on the pick and rolls and stuff. He's been a really big factor in this offensive defense.
And he's been vocal from the sideline as well. When he's been on the bench, we've heard him encouraging teammates and really lifting the spirits. And I think that's been a big part of the run. His ability to, get everyone motivated. That's what seniors do.
And another player that sticks out in my mind, too, is off the bench, Sean Smith. This kid's energy is absolutely incredible. And I'm surprised, I have to give Mike Rondo a lot of credit. I'm surprised that it's not dragging him down a little bit because they're both guards, and they're both freshmen. Sean Smith is looking like he's playing with a cause and a reason. And nothing against Rondo, but Sean can work his way into a starting job at one point this year if he continues playing like the way he is.
Totally agree. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he stays on the bench, though, as well, because there's obviously upperclassmen that have priority over him. But you're right, he's been nothing but spectacular, along with Josiah and Dom Marina. So,
and Eli, I also just seem to think that it's a little bit crazy. I mean, we watched Tucci, Timmy Quinlan, and Dom all go out and play 20 minutes that half, all 20 minutes. I was a little bit surprised to see Sean only get 4 minutes, considering how great he only played in 10 minutes of basketball last week, But then I also go and look at William Paterson. And yeah, they had a big lead at one point, which kind of explains the substitutions and stuff, but not a single player on that roster. Every single player had seen minutes, but not a single player on that roster had seen all 20 minutes of that half.
I'll tell you, I was a little disappointed in Espinal's performance. I mean, this guy was the leading scorer of 15 a game, and I guess he's not really a shooter because his outside shot really looked funky, but he's only got 5 points. Not only that, he's 2 of 8 from the field, 25%. So,
but another thing too to look at is rebounds. 7 rebounds thus far, and this is a big guy who's a forward, you know. And I mean, he's also only played 16 minutes, and yes, he does have 2 turnovers, but I think he'll turn it around this half. This guy is a superstar on this team for a reason. I think, you know, he's gonna come back and he's gonna find something. But also the guy that sticks out in my mind too thus far has been Sapp. 8 points. It seems like he really led the offense and took control, you know. It looks like when he goes out there, he's just going to pull up a 3 or he's just going to come out and put up a big shot every single time.
This is going to be an interesting second half. Both teams go to their respective huddles as they finish the halftime layup lines. Tim, how do we see the second half playing out? Because Manhattanville's playing reverse of the first game. The first game, they were up by double digits and then almost blew the lead. This time, down by double digits, take the lead. What do we expect?
Well, this half is going to be the story. If they come out firing hot, they need to keep the lead. And again, it also, like I said, mentioned last game, it's about who plays their role. If you're not playing your role, then you're not going to be winning these games. And everyone stepped in and started playing their role. The thing is, they need to do that consistently, Eli. If they're not doing that consistently, you're going to have what happened to start the half. Now, I'm really interested to see what they're going to do when they come out, but I just seem to think this is going to be a very close contested game back and forth, because while William Paterson struggled, we see what they can do when they have the upper hand. So there's going to be both teams with all starters here on even strengths. Let's see what happens when they start this half.
So just under a minute to go here, Tim. Winner, as we mentioned before, winner of this game will take on Western Connecticut State tomorrow, 3 p.m. The 1 p.m. game will be the loser's bracket. The loser of this will play
the loser of this game will play SUNY Brockport, and the winner of this game will go on to face Western Connecticut State for the championship of the 5th annual AJ Buchanan Classic.
And you and I will call both of those games just like we did today, as Manhattanville will inbound to start the second half.
So JoJo Cobbs is going to be the inbounder in this half for the Valiants. As here we go, second half basketball is about to begin here at Kennedy Gym in Manhattanville College.
Right in front of us, right here. So he inbounds to Arena, and here we go. Arena against Badmos. Arena, physical play, throws cross court to Cobbs. They swing it. Quinlan back to Granda, back to Cobbs. They try to feed Tucci, and it's out of bounds. So, good idea there, as Tucci had post position, but it's a turnover.
The Cobbs tried to make a good pass. It was a little bit wide right. The defensive play there was just a lot stronger, Eli.
So William Paterson will have it, first possession coming out of the half. Good defense by Manhattanville, fronting the post, Quinlan is. They get it to Sapp. Pull-up jumper, Espinal, no. Rebound, Dom, great rebound by Arena, Tim. He skied for that rebound. Cobbs is open in the corner. Pull-up 3, no good. He gets his own rebound. Granda for 3. Oh, in and out.
Oh, they almost got the rebound there.
2 good attempts for Manhattanville, neither fall.
And I'm going to tell you, another key player to look for William Paterson is going to be Dapo Badmos, the Canadian. I'm going to tell you, this guy was a key factor for the 16 minutes he played in that last half.
We got a foul on the floor. It's going to go on Cobbs. And that's his 3rd, so I think Madden's going to check in for Cobbs. He will. As 5 and you're out, so Cobbs is going to take a breather as he's in foul trouble here. So William Paterson will inbound. They get it to Espinal in the corner. He's guarded tightly by Quinlan, back out. They work it around. It's back to Sapp, their primary ball handler. Sapp, little bounce pass to Espinal, and he blows the layup.
It looked like that ball got tipped back a little bit, actually, as he was going up there.
So partial piece of it, huh?
Yep.
Anyway, Arena will bring. No team has scored yet this half. Quinlan will drive, little step back, looking for someone. Gets it to Tucci. One-on-one post up, out to Quinlan. Quinlan looking, hands off to Arena. Screen left by Quinlan. Arena drives, a lot of contact, no call, no good. Arena follows, he gets his own rebound. Beautiful hustle from the senior. As Granda will bring it back out. Pat Scanlon screaming for a play here. Arena, Tucci screen. Arena looks, drives, kicks. That's a Quinlan three.
And it's made.
Bang.
This guy's going to be a factor, I'm telling you. He's one of the big players. He continues to contribute today, Timmy Quinlan.
And Quinlan's pumped up here.
These seniors are really stepping up, even off the bench for Chris Eisen. All these seniors are serving their role in their last ever AJ Buchanan Classic here.
That's a long three and no good.
Oh, that's going to be over the back. Not on, that's going to be on, I think, Richie.
Oh, it's on Manhattanville. I can tell by the reaction.
Wow, Madden can't believe it. Tucci had someone land on his back. How was that a foul on Alex Tucci?
I mean, I'm going to be honest here. I'm restricted. I can't even see, so I could just tell by the reaction.
Angle, I watched someone land on Tucci's back. It was like, I believe it was Richie Espinal that jumped. I could be wrong. But Richie went up and just landed on Tucci's back. Actually, no, it wasn't Richie Espinal. I apologize. It was Bubrun who went up and landed on his back. So we have a reaching foul for the Valiants.
So that's going to bring Espinal to the line. I mean, Espinal's had a quiet day, as we said. He's got 5 points. This is not what I expected from the leading scorer, William Paterson, Tim. First one, in and out and back in.
You suck chants from the Manhattanville Valiants fans. You know, you hear a lot of new chants every day here. I'm just, especially with their best players, he drains both free throws. So they're looking for someone to inbound it, and it's going to be Quinlan who's going to do the inbounding, looks like, Eli.
Quinlan will run the baseline. He'll get it in to Arena. Arena gets it past half court. He's pressured by 2 William Paterson players, but he'll recover. He wants to set up a play behind the back and dribbles it off his own foot. That's going to be William Paterson ball. So that's just...
You know what he was anticipating there, Eli? He was waiting for Quinlan to go do the screen, and when Quinlan went out, it was like Quinlan wasn't going to do a screen at all, like he thought he was, and he just dribbled it off his own foot.
So Sapp will bring it up. He's guarded by Madden. Step back for Sapp.
That's a
it's
second
good.
Step
they say
back.
That's a 2, though.
Yep.
Good move, though.
He continues to make those step backs, and if Manhattanville is going to shut down Sapp, you got to shut him down so that he can't do those step backs.
So we're knotted at 32 now. 16:54 to go.
Also, notable other people in foul trouble for the Valiants. I want to point out that Corey Madden also out in foul trouble for the Valiants.
They kick it back out to Quinlan. 7 on the shot clock. They're going to have to get going here. Long 3 from Arena. He nails it!
Wow, well out of range from the white, almost like a half-court shot. And Dom Arena drains it. What a beautiful shot. He has 11 points now.
Unbelievable. I mean, Tim, I'm a little confused. He had 6 on the shot clock. He didn't have to shoot that right away, but.
He took it anyways, and he makes it. Substitutions also looking to come in, Eli. It looks like Haggerty looks like he's going to recheck in along with Chris Eisen, the senior.
And Badmos, the Canadian, with another nice move here.
I tell you, he's a key player. McLeod also looking to check in for William Paterson.
Quinlan will have it. Hand off to Arena. Arena's really stepped it up. Tucci drives, kicks to the corner.
Oh,
nice
great
pump
fake
from
by
Madden.
He puts it up.
With the left hand.
Oh, what a beauty there.
That was a beauty. Shaded him off, Tim, with his shoulder and went up with the left. That was pretty.
That was a beautiful fake. Valiant's up by 3 here.
So now Madden will guard Sapp at the top. Oh, crossover, Sapp.
And that's going to go the other way on the carry.
A little too fancy on Sapp's part.
So here comes substitutions, as mentioned before. Big key player to watch definitely here is Haggerty. Haggerty also has 2 fouls, which is notable for the Valiants. So let's see how he's going to play back on the court out of foul trouble. Or I should say in foul trouble. And a new substitution now, Sean Smith will enter the game for Quinlan. So we got to see this kid get minutes, and this is the perfect opportunity for him, coming in for the forward, Timmy Quinlan.
So Arena, Haggerty, Madden, Smith, and Ison will be the 5 for Manhattanville as a
That's
blocking
going to be a
foul.
blocking foul. That's the first foul of the half for William Paterson. While last half they were in a lot of foul trouble, this half doing a great job thus far to this point defensively.
For William Paterson, Dodmos, Sapp, Dominique Mignon.
Ooh, Reno wanted to shoot that, but he couldn't get his foot back.
Madden
Drive by
drives.
Madden. Oh, and he draws the blocking foul. Is that going to be on the floor? I don't think it is. I think it should be a shooting foul. And it is. It is on the block, so he'll go to the line for 2.
So 3-point lead for the Valiants. Madden will be looking to make 2. Gets dead silent here at Kennedy Gym. First attempt, short. Madden's going to need some more legs in there, probably tired legs. It's usually the reason for short free throws.
Corey Madden only has 2 points. 2 points coming in this half. And
That
that's
one's
his
in.
3rd.
So splits a pair. 38-34 Valiants. 15 minutes to go here.
Up top, it looks like Mike Gronda is going to come back in for the Valiants, Eli, as I'm pretty sure he's either going to come in for Ison or Smith, as that's going to be a travel, and here comes the substitution.
So Granda will check in.
Oh, actually, he's going to come in for Tucci. How about that? Oh, actually, more substitute. No, Quinlan's not coming in the game. It always gets confusing, Eli, when you have players that come out towards the thing to congratulate their players.
Yeah.
So Sean Smith is going to inbound.
To Mike Granda, the 5'8", 150-pound point guard.
And I'm going to tell you right now, Eli, Sean Smith is going to be productive as another foul is drawn.
So both teams, 3 fouls total. Not yet in the bonus, either team. Ison, the senior, dual athlete, lacrosse and basketball inbound from Pelham, New York.
I have to say, it's one thing that's been great about him, Eli. He's always been a great inbounder and passer. He has a really good mentality and great court vision.
Ison for 3. No good.
Another substitution looking to come in for William Paterson. They've done a really good job spreading the minutes around, as it looks like Martinez looks to enter back.
As he gets it to go, counted in a foul.
I believe that.
And that's Bodmos.
Yeah,
That's our
that is
guy.
Bodmos. Timmy Quinlan also looks like he's going to enter the game for Sean Smith. Oh, no, okay. It's for Corey. That's Corey Madden's 3rd, actually. The foul, I believe, was on him.
Nice job by Madden, though.
You also mentioned that he's in foul trouble. Haggerty's also on the floor. He's also in foul trouble as well.
So looking to capitalize on the 3-point play.
Oh,
But they
great
get the
rebound.
offensive rebound.
Great rebound there by Ricky.
So they'll reset it with Datsun in the hands. They trail by 2, the Pioneers.
I should say,
Datsun will drive.
if Espinal is going to turn it around right now, Espinal needs to turn it around right this second, because he's came out hot, but I mean, he's going to turn. Oh, that's going to be a foul on Espinal.
So
like
illegal
I said,
screen as Coach Brian Chapman is irate there. I don't know if he's upset.
He got stuck between 2 guys.
Yeah.
There was nothing Espinal could do. He was just stuck right there between both guys, Eli, and he just got stuck in a situation there.
So Manhattanville leads by 2 still. They give it to the senior Quinlan. He's looking to get it to Haggerty in the post, but they're fronting him very nicely.
Oh, look at
But now they
Ison.
get it to him. Oh, a lot of contact, no foul.
I don't see why no one was looking at Chris Ison there. He was wide open in the corner the entire time, waving his hands.
As they push it down the floor, but it's cut off, and they'll reset it. So Manhattanville's done a nice job, Tim, of limiting transition opportunities for William Paterson. As Espinal drives, a lot of
That's
contact.
going to be a foul. Oh, offensive.
Is it offensive?
It is.
It is, yep. It's going the other way. As Haggerty wants some clarification from the ref there.
Not sure what he's clarifying, though, there, an offensive foul.
It's a good point, but let's see. William Paterson will show full court pressure here.
Oh, now we're going to have a ref conversation here.
Wait, what about 11? Okay. So substitution for William Paterson, as Dominique Mignon will check back in. Granda will bring it up. Valiants lead by 2. Granda motion for Quinlan to get out of the way. They clear it out so they can set the screen with Haggerty. Granda kicks to Smith. Smith fake, drive. Aggressive move, counted and a foul.
This guy reminds me so much of JoJo Cobbs, man. Like, they're so similar and they're making great moves. As substitutions coming in again from Manhattanville, Eli. This time it's starters coming in.
So a lot of subs, Tucci in, Haggerty out, Arena in, and Ison out. So
yep.
That was some drive, Tim, by Sean Smith. Amazing.
And this is, in my opinion, this is what a very strong starting 5 looks like for the most part.
No one is. As he makes it. So the 3-point play is good. Valiants back up by 5.
I know, this game has been close the entire time, and I'm going to tell you what, it was a timeout, is that?
Going to be a timeout for William Paterson. Now, Tim, this is a really interesting game because Manhattanville hasn't had one person they've gone to the entire game. It's been a number of people throughout. So who do we see? Because Sean Smith has been impressive, but there's obviously other guys.
Personally, to me, I seem to think that the guy that's really stepped up this half has been Dom Marina. Dom Marina's just come out and he's shown his passing ability, and then also going out and just showing his shooting ability again. You know, he started off the game cold, but he's really come out. And like you said, Sean Smith, I'm really impressed by this kid. I think that you give it a couple games, he's going to be in that starting rotation. You know, and again, it's nothing to Granda. Granda's played excellent, but Sean Smith is just outdoing him right now.
And it's got to be a good sign for Manhattanville. You look at Alex Tucci, who was the leading scorer last year, and he's a senior, and he hasn't even been the go-to player this year. He's like the third option. Imagine if he gets going.
And they have to see this too. Look at the production they're putting up. Tucci and Arena just got back on the floor now, Eli. The fact that they were able to manage their lead with these young players and come out and play to this aspect of performance has been incredible.
So we'll see if Manhattanville can keep the momentum in their side.
I think there was only one substitution during the timeout. I think it was Timmy Quinlan.
Quinlan took an elbow to the face there. You saw that, right?
I saw you hear the crowd cheer, and Quinlan was actually not even paying attention. It looked like he just took it off the face. Yeah, oh, look, Quinlan's holding low, if you see what he's doing there.
Yeah, he's almost trying to intensely get under their skin, it looks like here.
Well, literally, I mean, it looks like he's just trying to get hit.
I mean, I told you, we've seen jawing back and forth between Quinlan and William Paterson players all game, but he's taking it to another level now. As they get it in, they'll drive. It's kicked back out. They swing it around. Bodmos will drive, a lot of contact, no foul, and Tucci gets the rebound. The Manhattanville defense is stepping up, Tim.
And Tucci working his way closer to another double-double eventually, Eli. You just got to keep on putting up more points.
As Granda will have it, he gets the screen from Tucci. Quinlan into Tucci. Tucci's got the post position.
Move.
He's double-teamed, so he kicks it out.
Watch this. They're going to probably give it to Tucci again, Eli.
They're going to try the pick and roll here, yeah? There it is.
Oh,
Granda for 3. Short.
Oh,
look,
Sean
Smith.
Smith.
Oh,
but Tucci's got it, and he's got it in.
He finishes.
Told you.
So I'm going to say this. Sean Smith missed, but I don't care. The fact that he was there.
The fact that he was there for that offensive
He's everywhere.
And Tucci was there because no one was on him. And guess what? Like I said, Tucci closing in on a double-double, Eli.
So,
what are they chanting?
As they're getting chants, the baseball team, I can't understand what they're saying, but we want something.
But
7-point lead, though, now.
7-point lead. That's what I was just about to mention. It's the fact that this game has really went one-sided the first half, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Manhattanville, towards the end of the first half, just came out of nowhere. The life is here, and they're playing great. Up 7 points, Eli. 11:57 remain. What's going to be the key component for Manhattanville to keep on expanding their lead?
Well, I love the defensive effort. I mean, they're everywhere. They're in passing lanes. They're crashing the boards. And it all starts to me with Alex Tucci. We saw this the previous game too. I mean, he's just all over the place.
And I believe, what is he, how many rebounds does he have now?
7 rebounds now.
7 rebounds and
8
about
points,
8 points.
so he's nearing the double-double again, yep.
That would be big for him. That would be his second consecutive double-double if he can get there.
So the ball's in the hands of Badmos, who I feel like has played almost the entire game here.
Well, it's crazy, believe it or not, he only had 16 minutes in the first half, and oh, how about that shot by Sapp?
He's now at 24 minutes, Badmos. So the basket there cuts it to 5. And we got a reach and foul.
And that's gonna, I'm pretty sure that's gonna send Gronda to the line for a bonus.
It will, yep.
So more fouls again. William Paterson started off the half kind of soft, and now that's kind of changed.
As we get "you can't do that" chance from the baseball team, I like it.
Sean Smith will enter for William Paterson.
So 2 Sean Smiths on the court and right next to each other, Tim. 12 and 14.
It'd be more interesting too if they play on each other. That's. Let's see how they get set up.
That's Gronda. Interesting free throw ritual. Bends down a lot. First one. No good. Rebound to William Patterson.
And guess what? You have Sean
It's
Smith on
versus
Sean Smith.
Smith.
Two
This is what we
Sean
like.
Smiths on each other. That's interesting.
As it swung, the drive. What's the call? No basket, foul on the floor.
And other than the difference of number, I have to say both Sean Smiths have been enrolled in their offense.
As
JoJo
Cobbs is going to re-enter. Gronda out.
Interesting move there. I'm actually surprised they've taken out Gronda because Gronda has been a really key component here in passing the ball. What do we have
Another
here?
foul?
Yeah? No? Yes.
Sean Smith, all right. So both teams getting a little bit too antsy here. They gotta just settle down. These fouls are just piling up for both teams.
Oh, there it goes. The shot clock didn't reset yet. I was gonna say that it should have reset to 20 seconds there.
Badmos will kick.
Oh, great stop by JoJo.
Sean Smith of William Paterson misses, and Sean Smith of Manhattanville gets the rebound.
Did you see that stop by JoJo though, Eli?
That was
He
impressive
just
stuff.
jumped up. Oh man.
That's athleticism. As Arena calls out a play, he's pressured heavily. Quinlan confused as to what the play is. They want to get it to Tucci again. They do. Uses his strength. Tucci, no good.
Oh,
Tippin,
Sean
no
Smith.
good.
Oh,
And
he
guess who
keeps
gets
on
the
tipping
rebound?
it.
Sean Smith.
And he's mad at himself.
As the drive, it's going to be a block on Quinlan. I guess they said he was in the restricted area because he was set there.
His
So
feet were
count
moving.
the basket for George Sapp.
And we have a little bit of arguing.
Between who? I couldn't see.
It was actually between Arena and Quinlan.
Really?
Yeah. So two teammates throwing at each other there.
That's something you never want to see.
I think
Obviously.
it was a miscommunication on who had what.
So 3-point play is not successful.
Is that Sean Smith with another rebound? It is.
That was. As Arena calls timeout. And Badmo's got the whistle blown right in his ear. And he gestures to the ref going, ouch. Because that's right in his ear there.
That's right in front of us. So
But we're going
now
to take a
we can
quick
tell you
break
that was
on the quick timeout. Stay with us. back following the 30-second timeout as Granda is back in. Cobbs will stay on the floor. Risky pass, but it stays with Manhattanville.
Wait, was that Haggerty checking in? Yes.
And Sean Smith is out, so Smith with a hard high five there. He's
excited
pissed.
though.
I don't know if he's pumped or pissed. He looks more pissed off to me.
I mean, he's a little bit pissed, but I think he's pumped at the same time. Actually, I think he's pumped there on the sideline. See, he has his head up, so.
As Tucci will flash forward and get it. Cobbs will drive.
That's
oh,
yeah.
Wow. See, I don't know. I'm going to be honest here, Tim. I think he got bailed out. That was not good shot selection.
No, that was all ball, but you know what? JoJo will go to the line for 2, and by the way, he's one of the team's free throw leaders last year. He was actually the team leader last year, yeah, so shooting just above 70%.
So Cobbs looking to add on to his impressive day. He's got 10 right now, 4 of 7 from the field. This is his first free throw attempts of the day. First one from the sophomore out of Briarcliff. Nails it.
I have to say this is one thing that Manhattanville, with the exception of JoJo, struggled with last year, though, was free throws. That was a big reason why they blew so many leads, Eli. To see them come out, and especially my big impression was Sean Smith shooting them 9 for 9 this season on the free throws, you know?
The second one from Cobbs coming up.
And I believe JoJo's looking for his 12th point now if he makes this.
He is, yep. So he nails both, swishes both. Lead is back up to 5, 10-19 to go. Badmos, who's logged 25 minutes, has it up top. He drives on Cobbs. Little reverse layup is good. That was crafty.
This guy has been the key to their offense thus far in this half. It seems like every single play, he's just in on it.
As Cobbs takes it up. Manhattanville leads by 3, 45-42. Cobbs drives, pull up. Great pass. Haggerty for 3. Bang!
The big man drains it. What a shot.
I'll tell you, Haggerty reminds me a little bit of Porzingis in terms of the slim but tall body type.
Oh, yeah.
But his agility and his ability to put on the floor. And great look by, who else but Josiah Cobbs.
And I got to be really surprised that he's even on the floor. I know there's 9 minutes remaining, but with 3 fouls, the fact that they're putting Haggerty out there.
Wow. Espinal misses again from deep. Rebound.
Oh,
that's a 3.
Tip.
Short rebound to Cobbs.
That was almost tipped by Quinlan, Eli. Quinlan was on the basically on the merge of getting a block. Seems like Quinlan's calling out a play, and he doesn't even have the ball.
Tucci in the post. Haggerty again. Why not?
Give it
2
to
straight
him.
for Haggerty.
How about that for the senior?
9-point lead now.
He's really
spotting
doing a
up
good
and
job.
knocking it down.
I'll tell you, these seniors, like I said, really doing a job off the bench, stepping up. Both Haggerty and Ison, they've served big roles.
Jackson step back. What's the call?
It's gonna be travel.
Travel.
Yep.
All right. So things are starting to kind of unravel, Tim, for William Paterson here. They can't lose their composure. They're already down 9. And I'll just keep reiterating how disappointed I am in Espinal. He's got 7 points, 2 of 10 from the field.
And I'm just really surprised too of the struggle because he's one of the better players around. So it's hard to see him struggle.
This time Haggerty going to the basket and scores.
Wow, 3 buckets
So
in a
Haggerty's
row.
doing it behind the line and attacking the rim. Beautiful.
And he gave it today shooting. and
Timeout,
fouling.
William Paterson. Manhattanville's pumped. As the ref is saying, get to your bench. A lot of celebrating.
Yeah, no.
But they were doing it almost past half
what
court.
I think what happened was the ref said get into the bench because JoJo walked over and almost gave who I think was George Sapp, or it could have been Badmos, a big chest bump, like get out of my way. And I think that's what the ref was reacting to. How about this? The Valiants up 11. It was almost at one point they were trailing by 17. Eli, I have to say though, I am really surprised just by the production, back and forth. everyone's sitting here doing their role between the seniors and the active players. What is it that this offense needs to do just to continue producing to get to the point where they could just seal this game?
And you just keep moving the ball. I mean, the offense has looked good. Tucci's been flashing either high post or down low. When they feed it to him, he usually draws another defender, and that's how Haggerty got those 2 threes. There were 2 defenders attracted to Tucci. It's simple basketball. You dish it out. I mean, it's just good fundamental basketball.
And I'll tell you, Haggerty's came out of nowhere, Eli. Just coming out scoring 3 straight buckets. He's proven why he's a senior, but he's also proven why he deserves to be here on the court. Manhattanville could be cruising to this AJ Buchanan Championship game tomorrow at 3 o'clock if they keep this momentum up.
So they'll inbound. It goes to Badmos again. He kicks to Peter Martinez. Martinez has seen a lot of minutes, Tim, despite not being a starter. Plays kind of the 6-man role for them.
Oh, absolutely.
Espinal tries again for 3 and
That
gets the
finally
roll.
falls
Wow.
in. He needed that desperately, considering how cold he's been.
I mean, given the night he was having, I didn't expect him to get that roll, but as Granda brought it up, William Paterson wanted to carry, I think, but they say play on.
Interesting move also of what Manhattanville is doing here again with the 3 big men that they don't usually play, and then having the tiny man Granda and JoJo Cobbs up on the backcourt.
As Granda will take the double screen. He's going to have to go 4 on the shot clock. It's stolen.
Granda's got to do a better job and pass that ball out there.
It's hard to dribble into the zone. That always gets you in trouble.
But even before he got into the zone, Haggerty was wide open.
Another 3? No.
Haggerty was wide open for 3 again, Eli. In the corner, too. You got to look up, but Granda's had that tendency where he doesn't pick his head up. Happened last game, too, in many situations, so he's got to keep his head up here.
Rookie mistakes. He'll learn with experience. Just a freshman is Granda. 5'8", 150 pounds. Quinlan thought about the 3. Instead gives it to Haggerty. Little fadeaway from Haggerty. Oh, rims out.
Everyone thought that was rolling in. Everyone was excited.
Good shot, though, by Haggerty.
Damarino looks to check in.
That's a 3 for Martinez. No. And Manhattanville recovers.
So Damarino looking to check in. I would imagine it would probably, at this rate, be for Granda, considering
I'd
the
agree,
fact
yes.
that you've had all the big guys out there thus far, or even potentially JoJo Cobbs, too.
They look gassed again. They travel.
Let's see who it is. It is going to be for Granda.
Yep.
And I have to say the big difference, too, from this game to last game, the energy in Alex Tucci. You saw him get almost practically drained last game, where it was looking like he was tired in almost the 5 to 6 minutes of the quarter, Eli, or I should say the half. Tucci's come out with a lot of energy today, and same thing with Timmy Quinlan.
Oh, it's stolen by Arena. Arena, 1-man to beat. Misses the layup.
rebound.
Haggerty on the follow.
10 points now for Haggerty, Eli.
How about this stretch for Haggerty?
And it's
Unbelievable.
all in this half.
10-point lead for Valiants.
That's what I call hustle at its finest, and the senior has a lot of hustle, especially considering his role.
Here comes Sapp. Pull-up jumper. Off left and rebound Cobbs.
JoJo with another key rebound.
So
I think,
stuff in the stat sheet is Cobbs.
yeah, he's closing in a double-double too, along with Tucci.
Dom will set it up as they're in no rush, up 10. Tucci has it, thinks about the 3, instead takes it.
Oh,
that's
an offensive foul. Yeah, no, that's offensive. He dropped the shoulder there.
Coach Scanlon is arguing that's a flop.
mean,
I don't know.
agree
That
with
he
the
put the
flop.
shoulder in,
Yeah.
though.
No, he put the shoulder, but I can agree with the flop there, too.
As for the first time, Sajimir Asani will check in for William Paterson. Asani is a sophomore out of Lincoln Park, New Jersey. Interesting time to put in a guy for the first time in crunch time.
Also, interesting thing, too, is that they're both in bonus here.
Martinez for 3, bang.
7-point
Big
game.
shot there. As it's now single digits again. Manhattanville's not in a rush, though, here.
Yeah, this is the key moment for Manhattanville, Eli. They need to make their free throws. This is how they're going to have to keep the lead. And with 5 minutes remaining, it's anyone's ball game at this point, but they got to stay there and get.
As Cobbs for 3, this would be big. No good. Jostle for the rebound to William Paterson. And I don't know why.
That's a
a
foul
foul on
on
the arena.
yeah.
I'll tell you, though, Tim, I don't know why Martinez went behind his back.
I think
If he looked up, he had an open man down the court.
Tucci picked his head up. I think Tucci thought the foul was on him, but it's on Marino.
As it's gonna be 1-1, right, for Martinez.
Yep. I'm confused. Are they saying? Oh, that's why. Okay, they're cleaning up the court because you see two people down low.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna say like, oh, it's a jump ball, but that's not the case. Martinez has been a good free throw shooter today, Eli. So.
First attempt for Martinez
Drains it.
is good. So just a 6-point lead now here.
I think he's made every single free throw thus far, so.
Second one is good. So 2 clutch free throws, Tim. That's going to be Sapp. Yep, so Sapp's going to check back in. Badmos. Oh, as they go long to Haggerty. He's open, and he's pushed from behind.
Foul's going to be committed there on Sean Smith.
Great heads-up play by Tucci there, flexing those guns, saying that's how you throw a pass. They caught him asleep, Tim.
Sajmir Asani is going to get called on the foul there. And that was, again, Manhattanville's done a good job picking up on that. They did it last game, too, when the lazy defense is just kind of laying off a little bit, not expecting that full court kind of deal.
And I'll tell you, that was a really foolish foul because if you push someone from behind while they're in the air, that can be really dangerous.
Looks like Sean Smith's going to enter back the game for Manhattanville. Clutch time player here, so. Did Haggerty make the first time? So Haggerty is 12 now. That's big. 12 all in this half. He's been the big producer this half.
For sure.
And I'm sure with the rebounds Haggerty has too, he could be closing on to a double-double.
So Cobbs is the leading scorer with 12, Tim. 11 is Marino. And then the third leading scorer is 8, Alex
Haggerty
Tucci.
has 12 now, because that's not.
Oh, you're right. Haggerty is 12.
Tell you, 12
So it's balanced scoring, I got to say.
Yeah, and 12 off the bench. And like you said, though, before, with Tucci closing in on that double-double will be interesting. I mean, he's still stuck with 8 points and 7 rebounds throughout the half. But, you know, this is the perfect time for Tucci to go out and get rebounds in this situation and also score points via the free throw line.
Following the timeout, William Paterson will inbound. They're down 6, 56-50, Valiants. Just under 5 minutes. In the game is Barbron again, the junior forward. Martinez drives, kicks.
Great
Dads
defense.
can't get it to go. Excuse me, Sapp can't get it to go, but that's a foul. Sapp's going to shoot 2.
And I literally just said great defense until that point there for JoJo. And I got to tell you, what kind of confidence Coach Pat Scanlon must have in the freshman Sean Smith right now, as he's in the game. He was a crunch time player last game, and I think he's really earned his minutes right now in this time in the game.
And I think Gron is going to check in for Cobbs, who has 4 personals. And
I don't
for
know
William
much about
Paterson, Malcolm McCloy is going to check in for someone.
I wouldn't sub for JoJo. This is crunch time right now. If he fouls out, he fouls out, you know?
First one Rims in for Sapp.
It is for
I'm sure
JoJo.
JoJo's going to come back in, but just with the 4 fouls.
Yeah.
There's still 4.5 minutes is a lot of time left in college.
I know, but it's practically almost crunch time too. You got to put it on the table, especially when you know that you have starters on the bench. I mean, Timmy Quinlan and Dom Arena, Arena just re-entering, but you know they were both on the bench at that time. You know, and especially with Arena being one of their better free throw shooters. I'm just very surprised that they didn't save him more towards the end.
As Arena will bring it up. They're up by 4 are the Valiants. Arena's trying to call out a play. They're taking a while to get into it. They finally do. Risky pass. Somehow gets it to Tucci. He misses the layup. So that was a dangerous pass. Somehow it got through to William Paterson defenders, but he missed. Here comes Espinal. Nice bounce pass. And that's a turnover. Haggerty's on it. They dive for it.
They're going to say jump ball? They're going to say it's a jump ball. I thought Haggerty had most of the possession of it, but I guess not.
Quinlan in for Sean Smith.
And the possession, he's going to stay with William Paterson, Eli, on that. One thing that's a difference from college to the NBA is that when there's a jump ball, there is no tip-off. The positions just continue to switch. I should say possessions.
As Tucci draws the contact, that's going the other way.
Great job by
Great
Tucci.
defense there, Tim.
He set his feet, and that's all that matters.
That's how you take one for the team.
And
So
JoJo's
now-
going to re-enter the game.
Manhattanville has to worry about beating the press here. Let's see what Pat Scanlon has in store here.
And I mean, I know William Patterson's been doing this the whole game, Eli, but they really have to go and try to force a bad pass.
So they get it into Cobbs. Cobbs is a good ball handler. Let's see if he elects to take it himself. He will. He gets it across the timeline in the hands of Arena. 21 on the shot clock. Off ball screens. Tucci rolls. Dom drives. Quinlan for 3. No good. And back tap to Arena. They reset it. I'm going to be honest, they run kind of the same play over and over, Tim. It's an off-ball screen for Cobbs and then an on-ball screen for Arena. As Arena drives, can't get it to go and tips it in.
Oh, what a tip in by
Great
Dom
play.
Arena.
And Arena points to the stand saying, that's what I'm talking about. Beautiful. 58-52 now.
And if he isn't excited about this big turnaround,
As the layup is good from Simon Boubrun. Brune, excuse me, that's a tough name. As it's now a 4-point game. Ball in the hands of the freshman. I'll tell you, this is a big responsibility for a freshman in Granda, having the ball in his hands this much in crunch time. This is, I guess that's how you learn, right? You got to jump right in the water.
on this play here, what they're doing is I think they're going to look at either Tucci or Quinlan.
Oh, and there he is, Quinlan for 3 in the corner. No good. And William Paterson boards. Quinlan, Tim, cannot find his jump shot today.
He found 1-3, but that was the last
He's
jump
just
shot
1
he
for
found.
6 from 3.
But his defensive ability's been there, at least being a factor, not necessarily getting the rebounds. But he's just been a force on defense, forcing them to make hard passes, and he's been very tight on his opponent.
3 ball from Martinez is good.
It's a 1-point game.
He can stroke it, Martinez. He's got the shot.
Ooh. Him and Sapp both really good from beyond the arc as they've taken really deep shots today.
So under 2 minutes to go. Valiants lead by just 1. Arena calls for the time right in front of us. Quick timeout here. We're going to take a break as well. We'll be back shortly. Valiants lead by 1. Go. Following the timeout, Valiants lead by 1, 58-57. The sophomore had a very strong season thus far. Josiah Cobbs will inbound. He's guarded by Martinez. Rondo have it up top against Sapp. Risky pass. Somehow Cobbs catches it. That was dangerous. Cobbs will kick to Tucci. Tucci into Haggerty. Haggerty, hook shot, no good. Fight for the rebound. And it's going to William Paterson.
William Paterson has a lot of momentum on their side right now, Eli. It's a one-point game. Manhattanville needs to come clutch here on defense and stop this.
Martinez strokes it from the outside and drills it.
And that's a big turn.
And William Paterson takes a 2-point lead. Wow, Martinez, Tim, from 3 today, 5 of 7.
And this is the first
That's
time they've
unbelievable.
taken a lead, Eli, since the end of the first half.
Arena drives. He gets to his left hand and scores. That's his strong hand, that left hand. William Paterson's got to do a better job of cutting him off if they know he goes left, but they let him go left. Tie game here, Tim. Under a minute to go.
And overtime could potentially be in our presence, Eli.
Martinez wants to shoot again, but he's defended well.
Wow, what great ball handling skills, though.
Drive.
Great defense by JoJo.
He saves it. Martinez for 3. Oh my goodness, that would have had their bench
Now it's time
out of their mind.
They got to slow it down here. Just waste as much clock as possible and then work their way in for a shot. They have 4 seconds against the shot clock and against the game clock, so.
I assume they're going to run it down, right? 10 the shot clock and then go.
Yeah,
10 on the shot clock, timeout. All right.
They have to here because not only that, both teams in double bonus, so a foul's going to do you no good. If you kill the clock, if I'm William Paterson right now, this is what I do, Eli. I not only just let the clock run out, force him to take a deep outside shot, close in the inside, then take a timeout after the rebound, and then take an opportunity.
Who do we think we're going to do? Because I see a Dom Arena, Alex Tucci pick and roll with Cobbs and Quinlan waiting at the three-point lines for a driving kick. What do you see?
That's exactly what I see, actually, Eli.
Because
doing it
that's
all day.
what I was going to say.
They've
I
been
mean,
doing it all day.
I don't know if it's discredit to Pat Scanlon, but, like, it's very repetitive.
Very. It's like the same thing over and over again. And for William Paterson here, I mean, honestly, personally, I see this game going to overtime right now with no decided winner. But at the same time also, William Paterson has to come out too, and they have to come with a plan. It's either they don't want to force pressure on the ball right now and take a chance with 5 seconds differential from the shot clock and game clock, say, all right, you have a rebound, 4 seconds left, let's start it at half court,
right,
and come up with a shot. Or you play defense, force something, and hope everything goes right, and maybe you have more time with the ball.
And this is what you got to love about sports. I mean, we talked in the pregame about how Espinal is the go-to guy. He's been quiet. He's been 3 of 13. It's been all Martinez. 14 points and 5 of 7 from the arc.
And you know, Eli, in the sport of basketball, you never really talk about the concept of time management unless you're up big or up with a certain amount. Time management, it was big in this game for the Valiants, and they practically blew it. They were up by 10, 11 points. Now, time management's the biggest key here because you have 15 seconds remaining and so many different ideas and plans can happen here.
So let's see if we're right. It is a pick and roll, but Haggerty pops out. He's open. He's got to shoot it. Oh, it's blocked. Tucci scores!
So it could be a rebound.
Alex Tucci scores. And hold on a second. Hold on.
Oh, the timeout.
The time has not expired.
Wait. They're going to say.
There's definitely time left on the clock.
I think he's going to say the shot clock expired.
No way. Before he got the shot, I don't see
They're talking this over. They're talking this over. They're saying that the shot clock, because it may have expired, to put it up here. And also, should the clock have ran out, let's see what's going to happen here. They're going to count the bucket.
Wow. But I'm sure there's 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah, there's got to be time on the clock.
Not 5 seconds, but I think 3 something.
But this is what happens, Eli, okay? There's got to be time left on the clock because after the bucket there, there's 3.6 seconds. You're right, Eli. The thing is, they have to freeze the clock when there's buckets made, especially at the end of the game. So no surprise here, the clock just kept on running, and that was a great pickup by the referee. Now, here's the interesting thing. Okay, so William Paterson here is trying to call a timeout.
To get it at half court, I'd assume.
But they're not. See, they're trying to call a timeout.
The ref's kind of saying relax as they're out of their minds.
I think the ref already knows he's going to give it to them, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So I believe this would be, what, a 20-second timeout? Now, this is interesting, though, because the ref is sitting down at the other end of the court. I think he's going to tell them that they're going to half. Yep, that's exactly what he's going to tell them. So there's a lot of complaining, though, back and forth here.
Who did that? He's itchy, okay? He's itchy, okay? No, it's a timeout.
You want my money? So they're gonna get it here from about full court, Eli. So I guess they're not gonna give him the half court. So he keeps on asking. He's saying, "What is that?"
I think he's got a really.
He asked.
He's got a really itchy head. Okay. He doesn't use proper shampoo. We're not gonna get into that, but he might not use proper shampoo. But 5 seconds they put on. So here he goes. They get it into Martinez. 4, 3, 2. Martinez puts it up. It's no good, and the Manhattanville wins.
Manhattanville is ecstatic. They're going to the championship game in the AJ Buchanan Classic.
Wow, what a ride that was.
These seniors want it more than anything, Eli. They want to win this thing for Manhattanville and for AJ Buchanan.
Martinez got a decent look given the circumstances. He actually shot it over the backboard, but just a tremendous job, tremendous fight by both teams. That was some game.
And a lot of respect here for William Paterson. I have to say, they played this game strongly, Eli. No discredit. Yeah, they blew a 17-point lead, but I'll tell you what, the Manhattanville Valiants came and fought. What a game.
Tremendous job. And how about the Valiants are 2-0, looking to be 3-0 tomorrow potentially.
Oh, exactly. And they're going to play the championship game against Western Connecticut, who's out there with deep 3 balls. But not only that, they face a team today that doesn't have a lot of size out of SUNY or Brockport. So the fact that we're going to go see a team, and not only that, our team, or I should say Manhattanville, is very good out there with perimeter defense.
So Valiants are pumped as they get a big round of applause heading to the locker room.
Well, let's talk quickly. Who do you have as your MVP today, Eli?
That's tough. I'm going to go with JoJo Cobbs.
I have to agree with you there. I think Josiah Cobbs.
He was the most consistent guy, the best, consistent producer throughout the whole game.
I have to say JoJo Cobbs, and maybe at the end, I could even argue that you could even say Alex Tucci was your MVP again, almost putting up double-double numbers. I believe, 8 rebounds or 7?
Saved them the game.
Yeah,
so.
he won the game for Manhattanville. So you look at that, a 62-60 win for the Valiants. Going in tomorrow now, just looking quickly at the matchup, Western Connecticut State versus the Manhattanville Valiants. This is going to be a good game tomorrow after what we saw today. Both close games back and forth. What's going to be your opinion on tomorrow's game?
I think it's going to be a well-thought-out game. I think we're going to have our eyes on Tyler Rowe, number 3 on Western Connecticut State, because he just went off. But I think the good guard plays that Manhattanville has, Dom Marina, JoJo Cobbs, they should be able to hopefully limit him and limit the damage. So it should be a great game tomorrow at 3 p.m.
And as long as JoJo doesn't do a lot of fouling, he's going to see a lot of minutes. And I really hope Sean Smith sees more minutes, Eli. He's just such a good player, and I don't see why, 10 minutes, 11 minutes, he needs more than that. But that's going to about do our coverage here from Kennedy Gym here in Manhattanville College. We'll see you at 1 p.m. tomorrow as the SUNY Brockport Golden Eagles will take on the William Paterson Pioneers in the consolation game of the tournament. And then we'll also see you at around 3 to 3:30 p.m. depending on how long the first game takes, as the Western Connecticut State Colonials will take on the Manhattanville Valiants here at Kennedy Gym.
See you tomorrow, 1 p.m.